Hey folks, Van Kraken here. Welcome to a Wednesday night World of Warships Legends stream. Yeah, I think it's fixed for right now, Obi. That bot is acting very strange. So since they updated my stream software, that's the old bot from a few years ago. I don't know how long it's going to live. But for now, you got your fix, right? Hey, I am Van Kraken, World of Warships Legends Alpha Tester, and excited about tonight. It's a big night. Hopefully we are going to get the last of our missions done to unlock Massachusetts. Hey guys, what's up? What's up, Cleveland and Monk? Hey, like I said, it's hopefully going to be a fun night for me. I don't know about for you guys. I don't know what you're working on, but I'm down to just the Citadels mission. I did a little bit of offline Legends play last couple nights working on Citadels. It was kind of, would have been boring to watch in my opinion, just running Bayern and Gneisenau over and over. Wasn't that many games, but man, stock Gneisenau, I knew it was a crappy ship from PC, but I don't understand why the secondary batteries are so freaking inaccurate on that ship. It's supposed to have more guns than Bayern, but if Bayern does have the consumable to increase secondary battery efficiency, but man, that was painful. I do need Gneisenau wins though to get my North Cape missions as far along as possible. So I am gonna start out tonight playing one quick AI battle in Gneisenau just to knock that out, so don't forget about it. But it's just crazy how painful that ship was versus my baby Bayern. I love that ship. That was the awesome part of the experience. Seems super easy to knock out 100 secondary hit games in Bayern with regularity. I think the closest I got to a record was like 190 or something in one game. So if you are still working on Citadel missions at all, I would highly recommend Bayern over Gneisenau, though I guess maybe upgraded Gneisenau is something different. So anyway, hey, before we talk about CVs, which is on my list, I wanted to thank some folks from last week. Mr. Legend, if you're out there, if you catch us on VOD, I don't know if I've followed your stream yet. I'm pretty sure I have, but I need to jump in and check to make sure and do that if I haven't. I know you're a very good streamer of World of Warships Legends, have been for a while, watched quite a bit of your stream. So thank you for that follow in between Saturday's stream and today. And then we had Dawson Eakins, S the Boss, AWOL, and Chiefs all last week. Really appreciate the follows. As I've said, this stream is about we, not about me. I really appreciate the participation and time that you guys spend to come hang out here. Really is special to me, and I appreciate it, and it's been a lot of fun. So thank you to all of you. And yeah, so let me pull up something. So we've got from the Discord, right? The missions, well, for CVs are coming, and it looks like it's going to be an event, which again, we were thinking it might be an event similar to the Yamato event. So I don't know if you guys saw the link. There is a chance to sign up for First to Fly, which in some clarification, Cleve, this is all I know. There was some clarification and discussion that this link got you a few missions ahead of everyone else, or I don't know, a few days or maybe a day ahead of everyone else who has a chance to then jump in and play CVs. So I thought, what the hell? I signed up for this. I have never played a CV game in my life, not one. I know, Cleve, you've played a lot on PC. I saw Superman talk about jumping over and playing some practice games on PC. I'm going to be an absolute tomato, potato, call it whatever vegetable or fruit you want from WG past tanks and ships. But I thought it's probably the time to get in and crawl around inside a CV's pelt and play it from the other side, just to know how to plan to counter it, if nothing else. And I figure there'll be a lot of other crummy players out at the same time, so maybe I won't look as bad as I would if I try to play them later when everyone else has gotten skilled up. So again, it looks like it says a few battles sooner. I don't know exactly what that means. Also says 2 aircraft carriers while most of the players try their luck against you. So they're probably just going to maybe release the US and the IJN ships a little early, something like that maybe. I'm not sure. So Monk says they said probably gives you 3 games ahead. Okay, yeah. I don't know. The mug for the ladies. Well, thank you. So far, I'm not confused about my gender identity, but if I become confused, I'll let you know first, okay? So anyway, not that that's a bad thing if you are. So yeah, I did go ahead and sign up. I'm gonna just run a poll. Just to see if this poll will work actually. See if you guys can click on this. Just more of an experiment than anything, just to see if anyone who comes in the next hour of who will be participating in this. You can yes or no to vote using the command vote and then yes or no. Space yes or no. All right, so we'll get that running. Multitask here a little bit. And again, I'm going to jump in really quick and just work through one Knives Now game as quickly as possible. Again, I've played a lot of this ship in the last 2 days. And it's, God, it's not terrible. It's just in a stock state, when you don't have the guns upgraded, when cruisers are sailing next to you at like 10 kilometers and you can't kill them because you only have 6 shells and they're spraying all over the place. 3 of them are missing and 3 are overpenning. And you can't kill like an Aoba in 3 salvos. It's frustrating. Byron's like money. That ship is so much more fun to play. Oh, so okay. It's giving you the minute you log in, you're saying. And 4 carriers coming in this test. So, Cleve, did you read that as it's probably 2 IJN, 2 USN? Probably tier 3, tier 5 is what I would guess, right? Something like that. Oh, okay. You have to, if you don't get in and get lucky with the code, then you have to win a couple missions or games. Well, anyway, yeah, I mean, it's going to be pretty much the same kind of start for everyone. I don't know why are they doing that? Are they doing that to give some exclusivity if you've paid enough attention to see Twitter, you know, see Discord, or is it maybe a little lower load at the very beginning? I don't know if they can do any on-the-fly kind of balancing stuff. Kind of interesting. Unique the way they're doing it. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Let the Salt Fest begin. I'm kind of excited about it, actually. At this point, we've known it's inevitable for a long time, so. Fighting it. We'll obviously make the best of it, whichever way it works out, but it ought to be an interesting experience regardless. And we can only hope with multiple iterations of CVs on PC that the balancing and implementation will go relatively smoothly. Froggy was seeming to think there would be, you know, one balancing round and it will be done. And I'm not that optimistic, honestly. I think it could take a little longer than that. Wow, we just hit that guy for a destroyer for 6K and Knives Now. Only against a bot. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be playing them initially.
The ship is on fire.
And then you'll get, you know, your people who start hating on them and say they shouldn't be in the game, and then kind of have continuing noise and chatter around that, I think. Which that contingent still talks about that stuff all the time on PC side. So I have to imagine we're going to have the same kind of counter culture for CVs here. Alright, let's just hopefully go kill the Iowa and call it good. Could a ACC be the final thing, like World of Warships Legends, pretty much Battle Pass? I'm not sure what you mean by ACC, Obi. Is that Is that a first-person shooter from another first-person shooter game type of thing? I know they have like season passes and stuff. Or are you talking about an all-access pass of some kind? I'm supposed to kill that guy so quickly. Let's just loop back around, work on the Miyoko. Oh, could a CC be the final thing in... Oh, like World of Warships? You mean like the last big content introduction that's different? Submarines are being worked on for PC. So, I honestly think the last... Well, there's a lot of things that could be introduced to Legends that haven't been. So, yeah, CVs are carrier vehicles, right? Obi, and we keep saying CV, but I think carriers are one element, but there's a lot of other like mode type things that they could implement on Legends that they haven't, like scenarios, which are kind of team-based missions. It's a team of 5 ships that goes against a planned scenario on a given map, like trying to rescue a convoy or kill a certain enemy ship or invade a harbor. There's all these different scenarios. They actually yield a lot better rewards than AI mode does. So I don't know if we'll ever get something like scenarios. And then there's all the clan-based content, like the clan bases, clan battles, you know, which they never got around to implementing on World of Tanks console. Could a carrier be the final stage thing in World of Warships Legends? Yeah, I mean... Oh, Cleve saying a new mode called Airstrike, like sub testing on PC. I think the submarines are going to be such a different gameplay, in my opinion. I think the way to implement them would be to put them into their own game mode. Personally, like basically a defend the convoy against the submarines would be a very interesting game mode to me, like kind of like Greyhound, if you've seen that movie with Tom Hanks, or any of the movies that are on the opposite side, like Das Boot. I mean, people could play escort ships, like destroyers. They could come up with potentially smaller escort ships like corvettes. And then the flip side would be the other players are playing the submarines. I remember having a few simulation-based submarine games that I used to play on my Mac a long time ago. So that would be a possibility. But I think they keep insisting they're going to put them into the regular random battle mode where you're cruising along and all of a sudden a submarine pops up. Well, I don't know how close they have to get to torpedo you. Probably not super close, but you just run into a big spread of torpedoes and you die without seeing anybody. Cleave it. That mode be a mix of like combo between AI and standard. Oh, gotcha. Everyone can play carriers without matchmaking problems. Well, there's the number of people too who complained and said, well, really, CVs should just go into their own mode as well. So, have any of you guys ever played World of Warplanes? Oh, shoot, dude. I'm sorry. I'm pitching. Tell us first night. Yeah, that's like the Matrix, or like the scene from Star Wars where Rey looks in and sees 10,000 rays. That's what I was trying to do. It's the bottomless hole. You didn't miss anything, dude. It was a nice now. I finished first, but you really didn't miss anything. Thank you for letting me know. That was just brain death. I think I pulled a muscle at soccer practice tonight. It's the first time I've got to play with the girls for a long time. And I think I've tweaked my hammy in like 15 minutes of play. So yeah, we'll see what happens with the implementation, but I think it will be interesting. Yeah, possibly. Hey, Chiefs, what's up, man? How are you? Good evening. Yeah, well, it's definitely happened to me. But hey, Cleve knows that I used to leave my microphone off, and I've gotten a lot better about that. So there's actually something I need to restart my computer. So my deck that controls my scenes is not working properly tonight. So I had to hit something manually to get it to switch. So thank you for letting me know. I was going to reboot the computer, but it would have taken too long. Just about to start up the stream. So, all right. It may not be broken again. It might just be timed out for a while too. All those have different timers. Okay, so I'm going to try to knock out Citadels. It's my last thing, I think. I'm assuming all you guys are all done and playing your Massachusetts already. Just double check that my Citadel mission is all that's left for me. I think that's right. I don't need the last mission because of the duplicate missions we did, what, a week and a half ago? 2 weeks ago? So get back into standard mode, and I am going to Königsberg this to start. Why Königsberg? Because there's quite a few cruisers at tier 4 that are good targets that tend to run broadside to you. Königsberg has good AP and fast firing guns. So good ship to get Citadels for Citadel missions. She's just got your Synop closer to Vladivostok. Good job. I just got Synop 2 not long ago. I'm trying to get her upgraded to get that really crummy main battery range fixed. Frog, you went a little red alert when you got one of the commanders, right? I'm not sure about whether I'm going to play divisions tonight, Obi. I just want to get the Citadel's mission done. So it'll probably be tomorrow or Friday and Saturday. Tonight I just want to kind of speed rush through this. It's been, what, this is week 6? Oh, the patch notes were leaked? Okay, nice what you're saying. Oh, you mean new commanders coming out? I heard something happened with Hipper. Is that right? Not to spread rumors, but I heard something got posted that broke NDA. That have something to do with it? Yeah, Obi, can definitely do countdowns. I'm just gonna, I'll do it after this one, okay? I don't know if you guys were playing or on, but definitely after this one. I had just heard something got posted on a private Facebook chat. So people probably thought it wasn't going to go anywhere. Oh, it was in a thumbnail. Ugh. That sucks. Why am I going broadside? I'm thinking I'm doing Citadel missions still. I'm thinking I'm in Bayern or something. Oh, good God. I'm gonna be dead. I probably should pay attention too, huh? Good grief. Killed by a Nebny. I'm just speeding this up so we can do countdowns. And we can't break detection because of the DD. Ugh. Alright. Next. So, let's see. We'll do US cruisers too. I'm going to stick to cruisers for this. This happens the first game on every Wednesday when I've been playing solo and not having to talk. And then I realize I actually have to at least turn half my brain on for talking and half my brain on for playing. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna start. I might just. This is gonna be even more dangerous. I'm gonna run to grass. Okay, so that's gonna be tier 5. And then I might jump over to like the US cruiser line. So maybe run 6, maybe 7. Probably be between tier 4 and tier 6. So Cleve, patch notes hit tonight. Is that the deal? Not an update to the game yet, Obi. That will be next Sunday night into Monday. But we'll know what's coming in the update. No, the ship's in there. It sounds like Cleve is saying commander release, campaign ship probably. 5 to 7 hours. Okay, that's pretty soon. Are you in a game, Obi? You only have tier 7s? What, you sold everything else? Alright, well I'm going to load in then. 3 to 4 hours. That sounds about right. Probably when things reset, typically. Alright. Try take 2. So would you sell the rest of your ships except for tier 7? Based on your buying and selling history, I'm guessing maybe that's what happened? Or no? You just don't have anything at tier 5 that you're working on? Well, you can sell whatever you want to sell. Oh, you talking about me? I keep them all too, Monk. I sell a tech tree ship every now and then, but rarely, very rarely. And the only time I've done that is when I'm like so strapped for silver that I've had to sell one. But on any of my established accounts, I wind up really pretty much keeping everything. $172 ships for Monk. Yeah, I don't know how many I have. Not that many for sure, but let's oh, what tier are we? We're low tier. We'll take the inside route. It's crazy. I haven't played a cruiser since Saturday. I played all battleships. Well, that's one good reason to keep ships at every tier. I keep at least... Well, again, I don't really sell stuff once my account is established, but even at the low tiers, I'll tend to keep multiple ships around so you can division with friends or division with new players that you meet who might be learning the game and want someone to help show them the ropes. Mr. New Mexico. We'd like to get a second fire started on him since we got one and he put it out immediately. Obviously a second fire will burn a lot longer than the first one if he already used his damage control party. Oh, there's my Citadels right there, but he's a little far and he's going into smoke. We already have damage in this game. Yeah, I like Monk's comment there. Keep at least 2 or keep a couple of each type, you know?
Torpedoes to port.
Keep a couple of your favorites between battleships, destroyers, and cruisers at each tier. Also for missions. Tier 5 is often a good tier, as is tier 4 for running different missions. Okay, that Bayern is going which way? Okay, even though he's way back behind the island, just a little hint is you can use your torpedo lead indicator to get a sense of what direction ships that are behind islands are actually traveling. And we're just going to shoot these boats that have no Citadels, because, you know, that helped us get Citadel hits. There's the exiter. Yeah. And this is where you want to do the right thing, which is kill the DD, but you see the cruiser and you start targeting the cruiser when you should have just stayed on the DD. Ugh. Showing too much side to the Bayern. I am playing this ship like I was playing Bayern again. Bayern has good maneuverability. To me, she has cruiser-like handling. Okay. Check the island. Colorado, not good. Knew when I made that turn towards the cap, it was probably a little dangerous. Didn't know the Colorado was there. I thought I could turn out before the Bayern teed me up. So far, 3-1 against Chile. Chiefs, you've kept all your ships. It's a good plan. I don't know. I've had a couple. I've killed you once, I know that, or twice, Monk, but one of those games we won and one we lost. You guys won that game when you were in your DD. I got you. I think we won the game when you were in the Yahagi. Please, so what's my opinion of the Commander rework on PC? Sorry, I've got like a catch in my throat. So I've watched some more streamers playing than I have actually been able to play so far. I literally saw a couple of the streamers that I really like just kind of melt down, honestly. One just shut down his machine and walked away. Hey, Dark, which I think I told you guys last week. I have played only a handful of games so far, so I can't give a full opinion. But I basically was testing out German battleship build because I've got Scharnhorst on that account, and I have Bayern. I think I'm up to Bayern. So I've got a German battleship commander build that seemed to be working relatively well, and then I rebuilt Massachusetts with a secondary build. That seemed workable. Hadn't had a chance to touch... Oh, got it. Got that destroyer peeking. So those are really the only two builds I've had a chance to kind of reset. I just hit the link that sets all your commanders, wipes all their skills, and sets them to 0 points spent, because I didn't want to forget on any of the 3 accounts and have to go back, well, and spend gold after the 30 days. So I have probably like 300 ships to reset, to redo the commanders on. But obviously, a number of those will be the same types of builds by nation and by type of ship. But you know, the first 2 I was able to get pretty good combinations just from watching the streamers and seeing what they were testing, and then seeing how those ships would work versus what I'm used to. So you know, I guess I won't have a full opinion until I have a chance to play all the different ship types. But what about you? Have you had a chance to check some of it out yet? What are you wowing about, Dark?
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
You are going to make a meme 17-kilometer range Harugumo build. Don't know if it even reached the BB's hiding in port. That's just like almost the Sashio, right? Can we catch the Exeter on the other side? I'm not even going to worry about dying. Oh, sneaky. Come on. Sneaky! Oh, 2 Citadels. Yes. It's not a wash. This game isn't a complete wash. Oh, yeah. Wow. A lot of resets. Yeah. Well, I have my original NA account, which has like as many ships as Monk is talking about. I've got at least 175 ships on that. And then I've got a second account I started when I thought, oh, I'll go learn battle or destroyers, and I don't want to completely screw up my stats on my main account. So I started a secondary NA account at that point. So that one's got probably at least another 30 or 40 ships on it. And then I've got my new EU account. Bouncing the Exeter. And that's the only ship that, or the only account that I've actually had any play on yet. Is that EU account. So, and that one only has like 14 ships on it.
Torpedoes to port. Torpedoes astern.
Oh no. Die from Exeter Sea Mine. So yeah, so it's going to be a long process. Again, I've got a grand total of 3 ships respect at this point. And Massachusetts won't even work for all my other US BBs, of which I have a lot on my other accounts. Because Massachusetts is really like its own build. This guy's going to kill me right now. I was going to hit the island otherwise. Oh, we got a torp hit on the Byron. So yeah, so I still have to figure out a whole kind of base US commander build anyway, just because I can't use that Massachusetts build. And I have not done any cruisers, which is the bulk of my ships. Look at me bouncing like a boss, or getting overpen like a boss. And I haven't done any of my DDs, but I don't have that many destroyers to do. So one thing I did notice was like this, so people are complaining the secondaries are not as accurate, which obviously there was a really long post. I'm not sure the person who posted it, but it was long and well thought out, many paragraphs on Reddit on Legends about the German battleship secondaries being nerfed and how they don't perform like PC and could be improved. And I don't disagree with that, especially after playing Gneisenau a lot the last 2 nights. But I rebuilt like Scharnhorst, and Scharnhorst only had, I think, a 7.3 kilometer secondary battery range, and with the new build I had that up to 9.1. Wasn't fantastic secondary accuracy, but it was effective. I was getting enough hits, and you know, if you're being able to shoot your secondaries from longer range, you're going to get more hits just within that range bubble. So that was working pretty well for Scharn. And then I've got Tirpitz, Bismarck, GK, Frederick de Grosse on those other accounts. So, you know, it's just going to be going through nation by nation. I figure I'll just reset them all. There's going to be a lot of postings on Reddit, they'll have to redo the whole World of Warships wiki. Which, oh my god, what a lot of work that's going to be for Sea Raptor and Lord Zath. So there'll be information there. There'll be information on the boards. There'll be information on Discord and Reddit. So I think I'll let a lot of other people and like Notzer and others do builds, and then I'll check those out and hopefully just kind of import some of those builds. 70-second smoke generator in Harugumo. Holy crap. Yeah, and that's a gunboat DD. So that's like as long or longer than some US destroyers, right? Though I don't know, some people say Harugumo's not as good as Akazuki. Yeah, Monk, I think it's, again, the people that I follow closer as far as CCs have been the PC side folks. I've gotten to know a couple of them decently well. And, you know, it's either those guys are streaming almost every day. One of the ones I know best, he streams every day for I think 6 or 7 hours. And he ranked out, and then I think he ranked out a second time in that upper league on PC. And he just like powered through ranked for a whole week, like 6 hours a day or longer, and like a machine. And it doesn't affect him when his team loses that much. Like, he obviously had a pretty good win rate because he's a good player, but I would find it hard to do that. And then content-wise, when I just posted a new video on my YouTube page on abusing terrain on island cover. So if you guys have a chance to check that out, I mean, obviously, I'll probably get some flames on it from Battleship players, but my point is, like, you can see how I use island cover in something like an Atlanta, a Belfast, another cruiser, and you can, you know, just be ticked off about that tactic, or you can take what I've written up and kind of, again, get into the head of the gopher, as Bill Murray says in Caddyshack, and get an idea of how to counter it by basically looking at how I'm playing that play style. So, but anyway, I mean, you can be salty all you want, but what's an Atlanta going to do in open water against an Iowa, right, at close range? So it is the counter tactic. HE spam is the counter tactic in a lot of cases. So anywho, it took me a good chunk of time. I don't know how many hours, but probably, I'm kind of a perfectionist and I'm not great at it, but I think I put 15 to 20 hours into between the recording, figuring out what I was going to say, building the slides behind it, and then editing it, making thumbnails, all that stuff. So tier 4, Obi, yeah, let's go. I'll go back and play Königsberg and try to do better than dying second and getting 0 damage. That was not a bad DeGrasse game. So did wind up with 2 Citadels. Okay. All right, so we'll do Königsberg. Yeah, Dark, I saw that. I jumped over and saw it. I've got to jump over, watch the whole thing, give you a like, and put a comment on it just to help with your SEO for YouTube. As much as I can help you with that, the better. I know every little bit of activity on your YouTube page gives you, more visibility for them to show those videos. So I've got to get over there and spend a couple hours on your page watching content. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow while I'm working, helping with that. I'm up to 17 YouTube subscribers. Woohoo! Dark has so much more than me. But hey, if you're on YouTube tonight and you're watching this on YouTube, this is being simulcast to YouTube and Twitch. Thank you and welcome. Very much appreciated. Okay. All right. Obi, I'm going to do a countdown. I'll do a countdown in chat, and then I'm going to jump over and make sure that I'm on the right ship. Sorry, with PC, this is kind of wonky playing on my PC. I have to jump back and forth. So let me try to get this right. Okay, you ready, Obi? Do 3, 2, 1, and go. Well, it's your engaging personality, Cleve. That's why you had 35 subs on YouTube. I only had about 3. And then I made a video on a Bayern match, a piece of a Bayern match, just like basically the first 3 minutes of the match, where I had an interesting interaction with some destroyers. And is it Communist Flower on the Discord? You guys probably know. He pinned it in the pin section on the videos and guides on Discord on World of Warships Legends. So that was cool because I got some traffic over, and I think I got like 10 subscribers out of that. I've had a couple pop up since I did the video, posted the video yesterday morning. So I used to make really long family vacation videos. So I've been kind of amateur video maker for quite a while. So I enjoy the editing part of it. It's just hard when you've got soccer practice, doing stuff with the kids, doing work, and then trying to find the time in between actually wanting to stream. A couple of those nights I would have streamed, but like, oh, I better work on this video and get it done. I haven't posted anything for a while. Didn't get in, Obi. Bummer, dude. All right, we'll try again if you're up for a bit. At least some top tier this time. Cheese, my wife and I own some pet stores. So I worked in the pharmaceutical industry, well, biotechnology, for a company called Amgen for 15 years. Went to business school at UCLA. UCLA has a very strong entrepreneurial orientation to it. Worked on some business plans with the doctors, some doctors in the UCLA med school. And ultimately, I wanted to try to get into something a little different. I started in the science side of pharmaceuticals and went into project management and into finance ultimately. I kind of wanted to do a marketing gig, but I was probably slotted to be down as chief financial officer track at that point. So my wife's from Idaho. That was in Southern California. We decided to move back to where her family is, where she grew up. And we had a 6-month-old child at that point. Built a house sight unseen. Started the business. Left our jobs with good benefits and good pay, and risked everything on opening a retail dog and cat, mainly kind of pet health food is what I would call it. Just healthier pet food, though we sell all kinds of supplies for dogs, cats, and small animals. No live animals, just the stuff. Main part of our business is pet nutrition. So we've been doing that now. It'll be 16 years in September, which kind of blows my mind. It's been successful. We've got 3 stores now. We started with just 1. And I ground myself into dust for the first 7 or 8 years. Like, my only days off were major holidays, and I worked 14 to 16 hours a day. Did my day job working in the stores, and then my night job was doing all the ordering and all the behind the scenes order entry, paperwork, pricing, all that stuff. So it's been a long and arduous process getting some free time back in life, but you know, that's kind of the thing with starting your own business. Eventually you hope to have the ability to do kind of your own thing and not have a boss you have to answer to. So it has worked out in the long run for sure, but it took a long time and a lot of energy to get there, I would say. But it's been fun. It's been a ride. I mean, I always wanted to start a business. My mom, when I was in high school, we had a bunch of fish tanks. Archer, who comes on the stream quite often, had a bunch of fish tanks too. So we can have something in common about that. I worked in a tropical fish store during college. My mom almost bought this tropical fish store when I was in high school. I probably wouldn't have gone to college, or not immediately. And so always interested in pets and animals. We had all kinds of pets growing up, except for reptiles. No spiders. But always in the back of my mind while I was working big corporate was like, well, maybe someday we'll go out and do our own thing. And I have a science and finance background. My wife has an accounting background, tax background. So having the business side skills was a good thing, because there's a lot of people who go into small business, I think, who don't really know the details. I'm like on this side pretty much all by myself. So it's good to have some schooling in finance related matters and operations and those sorts of things. At Amgen, I worked on all kinds of different things. But once the company got bigger, you're kind of like slated to have to do one particular path, and that's about when I decided it was time for me to leave. Okay, you want to go broadside to me, Kuma, don't you? No? I'll just wait here for you.
The ship is on fire.
I'm not going to torp him because I'm trying to get Citadel hits for my last mission. So let me see if I can run this direction and get broadside to him. Or him broadside to me. Come on. You want to turn. I know you do. He's doing a pretty good job of not showing me broadside. Must be a semi-experienced player. He's staying bow into me the whole way.
Ship is on fire.
Alright, I guess we're gonna have to give up on trying to Citadel him and just use some HE. We have a destroyer sitting still.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Hey boss, how are you? Yeah, it's had my days off. Back for the attack here Wednesday night, and looks like for sure Friday and Saturday. There might be something going on Saturday that I participate in on Saturday afternoon, but on your way to work a late shift, or I don't know what time zone you're in actually. My work is, well, so I was saying we're small business owners, so my work kind of never ends. It's portable, and I'm always doing something. Sneaking in as much work as I can here and there. Well, glad you can join us for a few minutes before you have to go and do your work. We're trying to get Citadel hits, but Königsberg has not been its normal productive self for me tonight on that front. A lot of battleships left at this point. That's not going to get it done for me.
Set a course for the base.
Oh, morning here, 6:57. Okay. Yeah, I am evening time. It is 11 p.m. my time. So I'm kind of a later night streamer for North America. But try to spend time with my family before I jump on. Or the Xbox is being used to watch movies, that sort of thing. So, yeah, Celsius or Fahrenheit. One of the YouTubers that I follow from UK, he was saying they were having uncharacteristic amount of snow. I'm in the Pacific Northwest, and we're not really having any snow like we should be. This flipping Kuma. Oh, come on. Get the right ammo type. Now he's broadside, and I switch my ammo. Yeah, I see him. Ugh. Okay, there we go. He's getting impatient. He wants to use his back guns on me. Oh, sweet. 2 Citadels. Yes. Gotten 2 late game sneaky Citadels. That ship I hit in the first game was right here. In the same cap area. So that's pretty cold. So let's see. We're 32. Tier 0, like 20 degrees. And you have to be outside in that. I coach soccer at night right now, and we don't usually practice in January because there's usually snow on the ground. But it's been just a little bit above that temperature for soccer practice of late. So I feel you. I do like to ski. I'm not used to being out in that temperature on a regular basis. Not like I used to. Yeah, Chiefs. -2. We should be in like the 20s. And it has been way too warm, in my opinion. We've hardly had any snow. We've had one like half-inch of snow that stuck on the ground till the afternoon and melted. I don't even think we've had more than a half an inch or an inch in one snowfall. So, and personally, I like some snow, some change of seasons. But all we're getting right now is rain. It's kind of a bummer. Okay, Texas. Didn't see me yet. Got a fire. We've had very little snow, in between 30 and 40 most this winter. Really weird. Yeah, so you're very uncharacteristically warm too then. And then I assume like this polar vortex thing that happens when the jet stream splits like that, it probably means you might be warmer, right? If it splits above and below you. But that thing was supposed to bring winter storm warnings. It's like the counties around us have winter storm warning. We have nothing. It's like it's over 40 degrees today. Probably 45. It's almost like spring temperatures. Warm and it rocks the Midwest. Yeah, I guess it all depends on the shape of the jet stream, right? How it undulates. I don't know where the second battleship is. Oh, there he is. So we're gonna use one of my favorite. The video I just made for YouTube focuses on this island as an example of where you can abuse terrain in a cruiser. This isn't my choice for a cruiser to do island cover because the gun arcs are a little low. So we'll have to stand off further from the island and we're still hitting it. But in Atlanta, you can park right next to that island and easily shoot over the top of it. Much more difficult with a cruiser like this. As far as how far away from the island you have to stay. We're losing our front turret shots. Still hasn't spotted us though. Okay, now he spotted us. Come on, we need to fire. As long as no more than half your ship is sticking out and it's no taller than the island, you won't be spotted, even if your back guns are sticking out and firing. So, hey, we poached the kill. Uh-oh. There's the Texas. Let's get our plane up. We haven't even launched our plane. What are we doing? So catapult fighters are technically not a spotter, but they work really well as a cruiser spotting plane. Uh-oh. Kind of surprised he could see us around that corner. Are we dead? Nope, not quite. I thought we were dead. Another reason I like Königsberg for these missions is it's very maneuverable. So we'll try to fuse terrain on this edge a little bit too. I'm going to throw it in full reverse and hard to the one side on the rudder just to get it to slow down as fast as possible. And now we'll just blind fire using the ship icon to estimate where he's at. Seems to have a ship near their base that's spotting him. That was. Alright, choices. We're head on cap points. Still, it's only 3 ships to 1, so we don't want to be completely stupid in this situation. I'm just turning my torpedo lead indicator on again, not to be ready to fire torpedoes, but just to see which way he's moving. So he's actually moving inland, not towards our direction. I should have known. So Texas is like the queen of anti-air at tier 4. tier 5 on PC. If you look at a Texas up close, it has anti-aircraft guns mounted on top of anti-aircraft guns. Like even on top of her turrets, there are anti-aircraft mounts. So when the CVs come and you need a respite because everyone's playing CVs, what, next week? Take out Texas, take out Massachusetts. Oh, that's the counter. All right, 7 seconds. Any of the American B battleships are typically quite good with regard to anti-aircraft ratings, but Texas is kind of off the charts at her tier. Hey, Superman, what's up, man? Hey, I saw you on Discord, and I think I'm gonna be. I think I should be a go for Saturday. So, if you can just point me in the direction on that Discord convo as to where I need to go, how that will work. I'll let you know in the morning. I'll post if I can't, but I think it should be okay. We have no outdoor soccer right now. My one daughter has indoor futsal, like micro soccer, but okay, Froggy's Discord. Okay. Yeah, thanks. That'll be fun. Hey, Archer, what's up? We were talking about fish tanks a while ago. Brought your name up. Hey, we managed to rebound from a really crappy start. We still have not had, like, my Königsberg game that I'm shooting for when it comes to Citadels. I've probably gotten a high of 15, 16 Citadels in Königsberg. Yes, Superman, my PC is pretty beefy. As far as streaming, do you mean? I stream and play on the same PC. I just got a new PC probably 3 or 4 months ago, so it doesn't have a 3000 series NVIDIA card, but it has a 2070. I have it's the 3950 Ryzen 9 processor, so it pretty much hums. Oh, a 5th? I guess I'm not completely sure what you mean on that. 5th for a wolf pack. All right, how are you doing, Obi? Are you wanting to try to do a countdown? Or if anyone wants to do a countdown, I'll probably just run. Let's change it up a little bit. Let's go. Should we go Pensacola? I have an urge to play Pensacola. Why? Tell me why. Why is that a good idea? Has great AP. It's not even in my preferred ships list. I'm gonna try a Pensacola game just because I can. Where is she at? Refavorite her. Oh, Wolfpack. No, it was... That's the submarine game, right? That Froggy was playing. Okay. I think I saw him playing it one night just for a little bit. And that's funny because I was talking earlier about a PC submarine game that I used to play. God, forever ago. And I can't remember if it was on my PowerPC Macintosh. But it was basically a Wolfpack, a Wolfpack hunting simulation. I played the crap out of that game. Yeah, I don't know if it was Silent Hunter. That sounds kind of familiar. It was a long time ago. Long time ago. But I used to play the crap out of a game like that. And it was almost more of like a simulator game. So it'd literally be like a 3-hour block of time. And you'd have like maybe 2 times that you'd attack a convoy. Because it bordered more even on simulator than on you know, it wasn't an arcade game by any stretch. So yeah, I should be able to run pretty much anything. Okay, yeah, let me just shoot me a message back in Discord so I remember exactly. But yeah, I think I should be good. All right. Obi, are you still there? I'll give you... Cool, yeah, thanks for the tip. That's awesome. That's the kind of submarine game I'd rather play than see submarines in World of Warships, honestly. I did play a little bit of the Halloween 2 years ago when they first... Oh, Pensacola's back in my preferred now. Hate the carousel. I played a little bit of subs when they did the Halloween mode, or was it April Fool's mode with subs in it. I didn't do the retest period at all. So, there we go. Stay with Norman. I don't need a triple booster on. I don't know why I have that on. Cool, so that's a new game too then, like that other one you were playing. That was surface ships though. Yeah, I just don't understand how they're gonna fit into standard mode gameplay. It's enough to have to keep track of CVs. I just can't imagine you're a battleship player, right? And you're trying to keep track of not just surface ships and you're angling, but you're trying to keep track of planes and dodging aerial torpedoes and not show your broadside to other high-tier battleships and cruisers. And then on top of that again, boom, up pops a torp wall from a submarine. So now, again, not that you're necessarily going to get full torpedo damage from the submarines or the planes. It's oftentimes it's having to show your side to enemy surface ships that gets you killed, not the torpedoes themselves. So, yeah, I heard something about those homing torpedoes. Oh, you did play a test? Yeah, I'm silently boycotting that. How are we on cruisers in this match? 1, 2. Gah. It's the one thing about sticking to tier 4 with Königsberg is there's usually more cruisers at tier 4. All right, man. Hey, thanks for the host. Yeah, that would be cool. Very cool. Have a great evening. Thank you for stopping by. We'll have to play Gwent one of these days, too. Been playing that a decent amount. Again, since I have a little bit of background in card games, I'm picking it up relatively quickly, so that's been fun. Definitely not good at it, but I'm functional at it. It's very different rules than what I was used to. Four DDs. What is the DD mission right now? There's no destroyer missions right now, right? Definitely don't want to get spotted too far in. Don't want to be the first ship spotted. We have destroyer and B, but our Minakaze's not really spotting. He's just hanging. Ugh. Okay. So we're going to have to risk a little bit here. We're going to load armor piercing, and we are going to try to get in... Oh, there's the Leander, too. Okay. We're going to play this way more aggressive than I would normally play. Just because I want to get a chance to get some Citadel hits on these cruisers. Odds are the Leander is going to stay there in smoke. No, I don't want to see the battleships. I want to see the Pensacola. There he is. And he's angling away. Angling away and too far away probably to Citadel him. Again, great AP on this ship. We do have Sonar 1. So we can kind of go into this torp soup a little bit. Unfortunately, the Pensacola is completely bailed out. There's only 2 cruisers, so the Leander is our only other shot. He was in B, and he probably is in smoke in B right now. So I'm not sure if that's his torpedoes that came by or if it was a destroyer. So let's put our spotter up. And I have AP loaded for the cruiser, though. I'm probably going to have to take out destroyers. There he is. Of course, he's disappeared. I got a battleship teeing me up. Come on, RNG. Be my friend. Be my friend. Ugh. He just got a little bit angled. Yeah, and that's Pensacola life. Again, I would not be playing this aggressive at this stage of the game if not for this Citadel mission. Yes, Love and World of Warships and World of Tanks missions make you do very crazy things. Okay, Texas. So I'll try to get some payback on the Texas. The one good thing about Pensacola is it's relatively good base concealment. Oh, got spotted by a DD though. Gonna try to turn away before I fire. But if you've played Pensacola, you know the bigger issue with her is her slow gun traverse. Okay, we successfully angled away from the Texas. We might be able to keep him busy while the Minakaze sizes him up. Good fire chance on this HE. It's a heavy cruiser shell. So there's good heft to it, good damage from the HE, good module killing capability, and usually pretty good fire chance until you start talking about it being good fire chance and you don't get any fires. Okay, Normandy is in a good situation right now. He's paying attention to the ships to his left, but we're definitely not going to want to continue on a broadside course. There's a fire. So I'm going to start turning or kiting away. He's letting that fire burn. If there was a second battleship here to shoot at in the immediate vicinity, I'd just let him burn and start shooting at a second ship. Because once 2 fires are set, he's going to be likely to put that fire out. I'd rather just let it burn. Oh, DD. Farragut, you don't want to do that, dude. I mean, if the battleship kills me, yeah, that's to your advantage, but so to make sure I have the Normandy selected, when there's multiple ships in the same area, you want to make sure that the right ship that you're aiming at has the target reticle. Oh, God, there's the Leander. Don't Citadel me, Leander. Try to turn away from him. Spotted him a little bit late. Now we're getting focused. Look at our team is floundering. Oh, the island is in the way. Turn! Oh, there's a Citadel. Yes! Thank you, Leander. Oh, but I'm stuck. Are you kidding me? Put the sandbar there. Okay, we'll shoot AP at the Farragut. Why not? Crappy ass turrets. Okay, let's see if we can catch Leander on the opposite side of the island here. Just gonna try to angle away. He only has AP. And we will have enough armor to bounce a good deal of that. He's gonna probably smoke up. Come on, be the shot. A little bit behind him. Oh, there we got another. Got another. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Yeah, you turn sideways. Sweet! 4, cha-ching. Now we're gonna switch to HE. Just don't want the Farragut to start a fire. Have to save our damage control party. Wow, we're the last ship alive. What a great team. Excellent work, team. Okay, 4 Citadels gets us to 8. Almost halfway there. Alright, what was the results of the poll? Highly scientific poll. A whole 1 vote. Someone voted yes. We have 1 vote for yes. I'm a vote for yes. That they're completing in the first to fly sign up. Be my first games in a CV ever. On PC or on Legend, so kind of excited, kind of looking forward to it in a sick way. Yeah, we wound up first on the team. That's kind of sad. So we did 51,000 damage though. That's with only 1 fire being set, so we didn't really get a lot of that off fire damage. I was mostly off main battery damage. I was in open water for pretty much the entire game in Pensacola. Okay, so I'm just gonna drop to tier 4 only because, again, I think a lot of people are going to be running battleships in the higher tiers and potentially here too because of the Citadels, or sorry, the secondary battery mission. So is everybody done with Massachusetts, or where are you guys at? I think Cleve, I know you have it. I thought about it last night. I'm like, it's only 200 and some gold to just finish these last 2 steps. I have to do it by principle. Archer, yeah, you were done. You've been done a while, right? So how are you liking the ship? I don't know if I had time to ask you the other night. Someone was post on Reddit today, like, oh, I took out my unique premium ship and like showed a matchup with 6 Massachusetts in the game, and of course everyone's running it, especially if you spend, almost 6 weeks to get it. That's with any campaign. You're always going to see a bunch of the campaign ship out, but it won't necessarily be like that forever. Oh, sweet Chiefs. That's not bad. You didn't have to spend a lot of gold for 13 steps. Thank you for supporting the game, by the way. You get some gold back too, right? On those final steps, I think you get some gold back when you finish out. Yeah, I figure I can wait a couple more days. We are taking an aggressive position here again. I'm thinking okay, we're high tier, but we are living extremely dangerously. Oh crap. Gonna do a big turn. Oh, here we go. This is what we want to see though. What are you? You a Yahagi? Oh my gosh, we have HE loaded from the last game. Stay broadside, Yahagi. Yahagi's not the easiest thing to Citadel. So skinny. Yes, that's not bad, Chiefs. You get that rebate. Which is really what makes these campaigns so good, is that, you know, if you spend the 2,500 doubloons, you get half that back. So, you know, for a tier 7 ship, which the prices are inflated in Legends. That's my biggest beef on premium content, is that the prices are very inflated versus PC. Come on. I want to buy a Scharnhorst to put that ice camo on. I'm like, are you kidding me? 15,000 doubloons. It's a $40 ship on PC. Oh, sucker. Is he stuck? Yeah, he's stuck. Let's hope he has to back up. Can't believe I'm... Uh-oh. Getting sized up by DDs. I have to close in a little closer here, I think. I mean, I think we can get 12-kilometer Citadels in this ship, but it's pretty low caliber gun, so definitely 10 kilometers or less is going to get you more Citadel hits. And I'm going to get a lot of overpens. Okay. The Gisano thinks that we probably have forgotten about him. Let's throw our spotter up. And try to come off on a bit of an angle. Oh, don't get torped. Too low? How am I not? How is he working me like that? Just managed to avoid that. Okay. I got a little bit lazy. Oh, well, we're way down on ships again. Holy crap. Totally getting trolled. Can I get one, please? No. Are you kidding me? Oh, and I would be just working this Phoenix over. Are you kidding me? The most delicious target on their whole tune. Oh, that sucks. That stinks. All right, we're going back to U.S. heavy cruiser. Though actually, could probably try Nuremberg or York too. But let's. No, seriously. I mean, I kept overpenning him, and I get it. I'm close to an Italian cruiser. Their hull's like butter, but I thought I might hit a Citadel at that point. So yeah, the patch notes come out tonight, Chiefs. Cleve and Monk were saying probably 2 or 3 more hours the patch notes will be out. So I think we'll see what the reward ship is for the campaign. Pretty interested to see. I would wonder maybe a destroyer. Seems like it's been pretty lean on destroyers. The only one that's been a destroyer in all the campaigns I've played, I missed the first few, is the Benham. So it seems a little bit overdue. Oh, we could try. Well, let's... Did I unfavorite? I think I reset all my favorites a while back. Let's go New Orleans. This is a ship that gets a bad rap as well. Not my Königsberg Knight, though, I'll say that. That's usually my go-to ship. And we've managed a piddly 4 Citadels in that boat tonight. But sometimes it just depends on your luck. Okay. New Orleans, better turret rotation speed than Pensacola. More durable, not super durable than Pensacola. Well, Chiefs, I play all cruisers. Well, not all, but a lot of cruisers. So I'd be very happy if it were a cruiser, but I also know a lot of folks that play a lot of destroyer too. And I think the destroyers have been short shrifted since, again, I started playing the campaigns. And it's been a solid 6 months that I've been doing all the campaigns with just one. I missed the Grammy campaign. That was like one of the very first ones. And I had done a lot in the alpha. I played a lot of games in the alpha to get a free ship. I got the G101. I didn't make it to the, I think it was the Texas. And actually I like the G101 anyway. It's a fun ship. So I got a destroyer from the alpha campaign. It was just based on how many games you played. And then I missed the Grammy. I missed the Japanese tier 7. So did do the Benham one, but it seems like the destroyers have not been fully represented. Thank you. Yeah, I'm probably just going to stay HE for like 2 shots just to get any destroyers that come in. And then I try to switch over. Plus, the first ships that I target will likely be bow in. Or a battleship that gets spotted first, so... But thank you for telling me. In that last game, where you're so close and it's low tier, I should have had AP loaded for sure. Other thing I really like about New Orleans is the main battery range is pretty dang awesome. Now you can look that up, which I love. 16.4 kilometers. Like, you kidding me? Of course, he just disappeared. Yeah, I almost always have HE loaded first, even in battleships. Just because a lot of times that first thing that gets spotted coming in is a DD, especially if you're playing in AI mode. You know, you're just trying to knock out missions in AI mode. Load HE for your first few rounds because you're going to have the DDs come in first, bow in cruisers, and then as soon as you start seeing broadside on any of the cruisers, then switch to armor piercing. But you can maximize... Oh, Udachi, that was the other campaign I didn't do. So yeah, like right now, I kind of figure we might see a DD first, so I have my HE loaded. And then as soon as this Udachi is dealt with, I'll probably switch over. Hopefully we can get him out. That'd be pretty dang sweet. Nice. New Orleans is also a little bit different in Baltimore. The gun angles are not as high. So she's easier to work with aim-wise than some of the other U.S. cruisers. She's turny. She's more turny, not as sluggish as Helena and Boise. We have the Boise, the premium. DD. Let's call for fire. Is that Monk? Nope. Monk's like the all-time Le Fantasque player. I'm going in way too far. Hopefully we can use these islands. I had to delay my turn. afraid the Scharnhorst is teeing me up. Yep, but he's shooting HE. Okay, we'll take it.
The ship is on fire.
Good God. Don't shoot HE at a broadside cruiser. Or soon to be broadside cruiser. Making his presence a lot less threatening for me. Unfortunately, he's a German battleship because I would have a chance of citadeling another battleship at this range, but not likely a German with turtleback armor. Let's see what we can do damage-wise, though. Bet we can do some decent damage on this salvo. Yes. Oh, good God. I thought we were around the edge. Back up, back up, back up. So, when you're fighting a battleship in a cruiser, if it's German, you want to shoot above the armor belt, like right at the top of the hull. Because there's a lot of points in a German battleship in the superstructure. You can see I'm getting full pens for 4,700. Try to turn. Hopefully I can do this blind. Bummer with American cruisers is not having torpedoes for these sorts of fights. He's still shooting HE. Wow, he made our life extremely easy. So low caliber guns in a Scharnhorst, but definitely you can rip up a cruiser with those guns. So don't shoot HE on a cruiser. Man, you have to lead these French DDs way more than you think you do. He turned just in time. Kind of predict his turn here, maybe. Ooh. 2. Uh-oh. Oh no. Swing my butt. So, if you have some speed with New Orleans, she is, again, way more maneuverable than some of the other U.S. mid-tier cruisers. Okay, now we want to go back to armor piercing. This is what we want. This is why we try to be patient and survive. Can we get a broadside York here?
Torpedoes to starboard.
Damn DD. Yeah, you're not gonna tort me. Yeah, York's unfortunately angling in. Miyoko is very squishy, but he's skinny. He's a pretty skinny target. That Nagato can work me over. This is the target we want. This is where we have to make hay when the sun shines. I didn't lead him enough, maybe. Oh, there's one. Okay. So the armor-piercing rounds are so good on this boat that you're going to get some Citadels from angles that you wouldn't normally expect to get a Citadel. Thankfully, my other cruiser friends here are shooting HE. Might give me a chance for one more. Yes.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
Damn, Nagato is sizing us up, though, I have a feeling. Feel his eyes on me. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! Little by little. It's just gonna be workmanlike tonight. It's not gonna be one game, I have a feeling. Is he dead? Miyoko dead? Miyoko's dead. The other nice thing about this ship is when your gun bloom shrinks down, what is the base detection? It's like 10.4 kilometers. Anything around 10 kilometers in a cruiser is pretty dang good. And as you've been seeing, we're not playing behind an island the whole time in this boat. We can get out in open water. I'm watching the guns really close on the Nagato and watching the turrets. Now he's coming towards me. What's the result there? Victory. Sweet. 3 Citadels. Went up in 4th. We were low tier. So 50,000 damage. Again, I'm very happy with getting around 50,000 in damage in a match like that. Especially where we had to duel a battleship like that at 8 kilometers. Makes me sad when you see someone who's playing a sweet premium ship like Scharnhorst and not changing ammo type. I think that will deserve maybe a quick video for YouTube one of these days. Like just a sub 10 minute or less, like make sure you change ammo when you are a battleship of any kind shooting at a cruiser from 8 kilometers. You may not get Citadels. I mean, if the cruisers totally bow onto you, then a couple rounds of HE. But if they're showing any side, you should be able to get some pens on the sides or just shoot up in the superstructure on a cruiser, and you should do some pretty good damage. Oops, so I want to check one other thing. So, yeah, so we're at 11 of 21. 7, 8, 9. Okay, we're halfway. Okay. What should we run? I might just stick... Let's stick with this ship. So what I was going to say about Baltimore and New Orleans is they are the 2 ships in the line in the U.S. heavy cruiser line. There's more on PC that goes all the way to tier 10 that get what are called super heavy AP shells. So it's a much bigger, bulkier, heavier weight projectile. So you get better penetrating power. It can penetrate at a steeper angle. And because of that, you just tend to get more Citadel hits. But to the point I was talking about at the start, Chiefs, you're going to have to stay on top of switching ammo types because the HE on this boat's really good. So you're going to want to switch off from HE most of the time on battleships. Unless you're close in, you can definitely, if you have a battleship at 10 kilometers or less and they are broadside to you, if it's a thin-skinned lower tier battleship, you can probably get Citadel hits on it. If it's same tier or higher tier, aim up in the superstructure, you can still probably get 6,000 to 8,000 salvo or damage salvos. And that's obviously not as big as a battleship salvo damage-wise, but you're doing a lot more salvos because you're reloading at a cruiser reload. Yeah, it's the reload really is what helps. So again, even if you're not getting Citadel hit damage, if you're firing AP at a broadside battleship relatively close in from a cruiser, you're going to accumulate a lot of damage faster than you think. Especially in New Orleans and Baltimore. Really, the 2 best cruisers in the game. The Germans are not bad either, but their AP is not as strong as the US. The Hindenburg is a beast on PC. She's the tier 10 German cruiser. I like her a lot. She's fun to play. She has fast firing guns. She has 12 barrels. Maybe it's just 9. She plays like she has 12. Play her with a reload build that reloads fast. Well, I used to. Gonna have to change my captain. Oh, captain, my captain. But has 8 torpedoes aside. Great brawler and turtleback armor. Oh, that's a Helena. So we're going to risk a little bit. We're going to play out ahead of the island. Hey, Arcana, what's up, man? How are you? Time to talk. I saw the picture you posted on Discord. You should check out Discord. Some good discussions going on in there. You'd be basically a near charter member. That's fine. If you have any questions, or I post all the news from PC and Legends in there. Arcana posts some really good vintage warship pictures without telling us what ship it is. Just a little bit of history. So I've spent multiple hours researching what ships he's posting on, because he's good at not posting a picture that is like what comes up immediately in a Google search. Oh, dang you. I can't really go broadside. I'm gonna get whacked by these battleships. Oh, there it is. There's a Citadel. I've been doing well. How about yourself? Can't really complain. Everyone's been healthy, and my family did have a friend from soccer whose mother-in-law died of COVID about a week and a half ago. Other than that, it's been just lucky in our household with regard to everyone being healthy and doing the best we can under the circumstances. I think things are definitely looking much brighter on the vaccine front and everything, so I'm optimistic. How have you guys been doing? Your boys going stir crazy or continuing to hog the Xbox? Okay, it's be a little hard to pin him for a Citadel hit at this range, but who knows? Let's see. Helena doesn't have a lot of side armor. Maybe here. I'm gonna aim a little bit above the ship because I think he's gonna head away. That could be it. No Citadel. Take the kill. I have to ask you where you source your pictures. Because on the first couple, I was like, man, where are you going to get these? So that's why I was finding all those, Navy repository sites and stuff that had different pictures that were kind of a couple layers in on searches. Yeah, thanks. I didn't know his mom, but it's a good friend of mine from soccer, and I think he and his mother-in-law were on very good terms, and his mom died of cancer when he was relatively young, so they had just moved her here from Texas not that long ago. So I'm hoping they're not feeling guilty that they moved her to another state and then she wound up getting sick here. It obviously could have happened where she was. And at least I guess she had family nearby, but obviously they couldn't be, with her when she passed. But tough situation. Obviously a lot of people are going through. Okay, we're gonna get up to speed before we fire. I'm not gonna fire when I'm going slow because I want maneuverability when I start to get fired at, like right now. So there's a fire on one New Mexico. We're gonna switch to the second New Mexico. And we see the first New Mexico put his fire out, so if we light him back up, he's gonna burn. So let's go for the first New Mexico again. Just basically trying to keep track of who has used their damage control party. I'm just going to keep twisting and turning and watching the number of ships next to my spotted indicator that are aiming at us. There's the second fire. Okay, that fire is going to burn on that New Mexico now till he's reloaded his damage control party. And I'm gonna kite now, just show my butt, keep turning, and I'm going to stop firing right now because I have everyone on me. So I know I have only 10.4 kilometer detection. So after 20 seconds, there goes the detection. So I'm just gonna cruise around now for about 30 seconds to a minute, let them get bored of waiting for me to fire, because I'm not gonna fire again until they've kind of started looking at other targets. And there's a battleship here. Actually, more on the inside. Dude, I'm not going to be up that much longer. I totally would. I would be up for it, though, on Friday or Saturday. Sorry, man. I totally would, but I have not slept real well the last 2 nights, and I need to get a decent sleep in. So, probably have this game. This may be my last, unfortunately. Thank you for asking, though. Definitely do need to div soon. Okay. I've got to turn away from the battleship that I know is here, just not spotted. He's actually looking at another target. Our ship's getting worked. Hey, Epicon, best line for new players, so... You know, a lot of people tend to start on the U.S. cruiser line, and the U.S. cruiser line is good for new players until about the Omaha. Then it just gets really tricky armor-wise. So you could play up through Phoenix relatively comfortably to get a feel for the line, but I kind of like as a first line, honestly, the German line. Through Königsberg, the ships are durable, high rate of fire. Königsberg is a great tier 4. She's probably my favorite tier 4 cruiser, hands down. And then the ship you have to be careful for that changes meta-wise is Nürnberg. Has comparably a lot less armor than Königsberg. So you have to be a little bit careful with her. And then when you get in the higher tiers, you can get punished, like me right here. I can get punished really bad by any of these battleships if I show side too long or if I sit still. You see, I'm never going to stop. I'm never going to stop moving. I'm really not going to stop turning hardly at all. But I like the German line, and I do like the French cruiser line too. If you want a line that's super maneuverable, that you can play in open water, versatile with torpedoes, longer range torpedoes. I would definitely choose for a versatile, like open water line. I would choose the French over the Italian. Italian is weaker in my mind by far. I wouldn't recommend. And then definitely get your feet wet at least up to like Phoenix in the US line. And then I like the German line a lot. Again, all the way up. You could play that one all the way up. Oh, there's the Dallas. We need Citadel hits. But you'll see, like, this Dallas is pretty fragile. You just need to be aware of your armor characteristics in the U.S. cruiser line. Good grief. It's like not the first game tonight we've had this situation. Okay. So that Dallas should never be going broadside to a U.S. cruiser that's firing AP at it. So you can tell that's just someone who hasn't played a ton of cruiser. But, oh, and then Japanese cruisers too. Probably the best armor at low to mid tier. They have long range torpedoes. It's a lower rate of fire, and the turrets are slow turning.
The ship is on fire.
But I like the Japanese cruiser line too in its own way. I think it's a pretty good choice for newer players. I just wouldn't necessarily recommend mid to higher tier US cruisers until you get a little more used to it. I wouldn't recommend the Italian line. The Russian line is great guns, but glass cannons. Yeah, Nürnberg has a bigger Citadel, which Cleve is saying, and it's just it's a glass cannon too, which basically good guns, fast firing guns, but Oh my god, what is this guy doing? Okay, he's AFK. Timer's gonna run out here anyway. I don't think we're gonna come back 1v4 battleships and a DD. So what I would recommend to you, Epcon, is play, you know, each line up to maybe tier 4 and get a feel for which ones you enjoy. Because each line has its own characteristics, each nation kind of has its own feel. I can't believe I'm going to eat a torp. I was not paying attention. Game's over anyway, but... So what I did, again, when I first started, I tried to play the U.S. cruiser line, and I'm going to play that all the way up. And once I got to Omaha, I really struggled because Omaha is not durable at all. So had a lot of issues with Omaha, and then I started playing battleships for a while because it's just, they're more tanky, you have more time to think, more time to position. And then when I got back into it, I played the German cruiser line because there was only German, US, and Japanese lines on PC at that point. And I wound up playing Germans all the way from tier 1 to tier 10. Really enjoyed it. And then I just started it, my third account on PC, a European account. You have to have a new account on each server. First line I did was the German cruiser line. I enjoy it. Like Cleve is saying, Königsberg and Nuremberg have the same armor, but Nuremberg has a bigger Citadel, and Nuremberg is facing ships a tier higher that have bigger caliber guns and can Citadel it easier. So, but yeah, just let me hop in the tech tree really quick. And I'm done for tonight games wise, so let's go through this if you have a minute. Sorry if I'm boring you, but just go through again. St. Louis is a blast in the US line. It's the closest thing to a battleship and a cruiser. It's just a low tier. Obviously, low tier ships are different with regard to the play. The play at tier 2 is obviously not like the higher tiers, but St. Louis is a blast because it's super tanky armor-wise. It has a crap load of guns. Phoenix I really enjoy because it's very maneuverable. It has torpedoes, and it has good guns for its tier. Omaha is where the guns start getting a higher floaty gun arc. That's the other thing that makes US cruisers tougher to master, is that the gun arcs are higher, easier to shoot over islands, but more difficult to find your target, especially when you're twisting and turning. So you could play in AI mode to get a good sense of the gunnery on all these US cruisers. The heavy cruiser lines have flatter trajectory guns. The light cruiser lines are rainbow guns. Cleveland, Helena, Dallas, Atlanta in the premiums. So this light cruiser line is a wake-up call, not just because the armor is not strong, it's also because the guns are very different beasts. But if you can master them, they're very fun to play. So don't rule them out in the long term. It's just not the best line for new players. In the Japanese line, the Kuma is a blast at low tier. Long-range torpedoes, low profile, so hard to hit, maneuverable. Not a lot of guns, but accurate guns. And as you go up the line, you'd have the same long-range torpedoes. You get to have a lot of them, but you have to show your broadside to fire them. I like this whole line. This was the first line I played all the way up when I started playing Legends. Well, there was only US and Japanese ships in the alpha test period, but I do like this line a lot. Again, the armor is tankier, tier for tier, than some of the other cruiser lines. Again, but once you're in Miyoko and Mogami, if you show your broadside, you're screwed. But the torpedoes make them workable. They're very maneuverable. The HE is really good. It's high alpha strike, and they set a lot of fires. Just you have to deal with slower turning turrets. That's Japan. UK is no... Oh, hey, thanks for the follow, Epcon. Really, really appreciate it. Very, very much. The reason I don't recommend the British cruiser line for new players is because there's no HE. It's all armor piercing rounds, so you have to be a lot more finicky with regard to how you fire your main battery guns. You can't hit certain ships and damage them very effectively. Bow on, for instance, when you're in this line. Though once you get to Leander, Fiji, Edinburgh, those are fun ships. Danae, Emerald, Caledon can be a real tough row to hoe for newer players. But this line has smoke. The Emerald above has smoke, so it's kind of a DD / cruiser combo. Again, don't rule it out in the long term. Just don't start there. Germany, again, I think all around, not the best of anything, but pretty good at everything. Love the Königsberg, my favorite tier 4 cruiser. Nuremberg plays similar to Königsberg, but again, your armor holds up less well at tier 5. York and Hipper are tankier. Long range shells, so you don't have to be right next to the enemy to fire at them. That's the other nice thing about the German line. It's good main battery gun range for their tier. And York and Hipper, if you stay bow in, even at same or lower tier battleships, you can survive quite a few hits. So like the German line. Now let's talk about France and Italy together. France and Italy both have long-range torpedoes. Italy, a little faster, a little more maneuverable, and they have creeping smoke. You can smoke while you're moving, but it doesn't last very long. France, also maneuverable, also fast. They have a speed boost. They have long-range torpedoes that are a little faster than the Italian boats, and the guns are just better all around on the French boats versus the Italian boats. And their armor is a little tankier than the Italian. So I love the French line. Again, you're just going to have to not sit broadside still to target or to enemies with bigger guns, or you'll get taken out quickly. But this could be a good line to start on if you want to try a line that's more maneuverable, twisty-turny, open water ships with good gunnery and workable torpedoes. The USSR line is great guns. They almost all have guns that are like a tier higher than the other cruisers as far as main gun caliber. Right now, we only have the heavy cruiser line. Is that right? No, these are light cruisers, I guess. I think that's right. But good fire starters, good overall rate of fire. They have radar at the higher tiers, so good destroyer hunters. I don't know why I'm blanking on gun caliber on these. There's 3 different lines on PC now, but this is the original line from PC. But this is a long-range guns as well. They're relatively maneuverable, not as maneuverable as the French, the Americans, or the Germans. But this is a viable line to start into. Just realize you have no armor. And you can get Citadel'd from multiple angles. And yeah, we talked about Italy. And in the premiums, I really love the de Grasse. That's probably my favorite ship in all of World of Warships. That's the other thing that helped me really start to like cruisers. I got de Grasse out of a crate during the holidays when I was really just a battleship player, and I cut my teeth on this ship. It does a little bit of everything well. It's not the best at anything, but it's super well rounded, and it's a fun ship. And this is the ship that I use to really learn to put the time in and play cruisers a lot. A good starter cruiser at a mid-tier that's a relatively affordable price in gold. And then the harder cruiser to play that's a premium is the Atlanta, but it earns like a beast. It's a great credit and XP earner. So it's high-firing guns, low hit point pool. It's hard to Citadel because it's relatively small, and it can be overpenned really easily, the Atlanta, but it's a fire starter, high rate of fire, high arcing shells that you can use firing from behind islands, but it's not a beginner ship. It is my most played ship. in World of Warships just because I've used it so much for missions. It's a beast for earning in missions. So my service record, yeah, Atlanta is still my most played ship. And one day we'll have a breakout of our statistics by ship, but it's not today. Yeah, so Epicon looks like my stream, if even when I'm in division, but definitely when I'm playing solo, I'm just talking you through what I'm doing. So, you know, I'm really appreciative of folks like Cleve hanging around for conversation because he throws in a lot of great tips, as does Arcana, Archer, everyone else who follows the stream will throw in their tips. There's other streamers who will pop in now and then, like Dark Architect. So when I'm solo, I definitely am walking through kind of what I'm thinking and how I'm positioning and what I'm doing ammo type wise, consumables wise. My goal is to help new players learn the game. We didn't have streams when I learned, so you had to go on the forums, and then YouTube videos came around and you got to watch YouTube videos, but you didn't really get to ask anyone live questions. So that's the really neat thing about streaming and why it's been so fun for me to help people who are learning the game, because there's a lot to this game, just like there was a lot to World of Tanks, and I'm perseverant, so I will dust myself off and get back into another game when I get totally taken out, like my first game tonight. But it took me a long time, a lot of games in Tanks, World of Tanks and World of Warships to learn what you need to know to be a decent player, so I could have used some help. So I'm happy to answer any questions. Have a Discord as well. Just post a link to that. You're welcome to join. I post all the news from PC and Legends over there. You can ask questions in the Discord. It's only a small number of people over there right now, so you can be a charter member of the Discord. But anyhow, I want to thank you for following tonight. I want to thank everyone who stopped by tonight. Sorry I'm not streaming later, but definitely have to get work done tomorrow and have to be up pretty early my time. So thank you to all of you who hung in tonight, especially when I was just streaming the background of my computer for the first Nice Now AI game. Thank you for the pro tip to change to my actual game scene. I appreciate it. And hey, I think it's one more night and I will have Massachusetts. So looking forward to that. Maybe get some div games in on Friday and Saturday if you guys are up for it. So again, thank you very much. Hope you guys are having a good week, and I will be back on Friday night. Thank you all for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Have a great night and talk to you soon. This is Van Kraken. I am out.